Meghan Markle here.
Today is October 16, 2025. It is 4:52 a.m. So I just create a list. I went on my like folder to see some of the things I could share with you. So there were a lot I was liking over the throughout the day yesterday. Not everything that I saw I share with you on my community, but there were some, the important ones. All right, so let's go on X and share them with you. Okay, I don't know if I have this on the list, but I probably have already. Okay, let me see something. Let me see. Too many things to share with you. They are good, and not everything I was able to listen to for myself. I put that on the list, but it's further down. That video we were seeing before. Okay, so we're gonna start with this. Incandescent explores why Prince William, the man who has everything and should be the happiest man on earth, is instead filled with deep, consuming anger. A short, sharp read available on Kindle. So I don't know. Okay, so she explained that. So let's see this here. Which is true. William should be happy, but I don't think he will ever be happy because he will always see something shinier that he will prefer having. Incandescent, Prince William rage and the royal inheritance of control. William has everything: wealth, security, healthcare, healthy children, a supportive wife, staff to manage his life. He is protected, praised, and poised to inherit one of the most powerful symbolic roles on earth. By any material measure, he ought to be the happiest man alive, and yet rage persists. Not the fleeting kind, but the kind that burns through breathing wounds and family ties. The kind that demand control even when control has already been granted. This is true. It is true. She blacked her comment. There's 44 retweet and 191 likes. So this person is promoting whatever she would. Okay, so that's that. There's no comment. Let's go to the next one. And she's absolutely correct. William will never be happy. Even if he gets another wife or whatever, nope, he will never be happy. Next tweet. What staff? I thought they said they don't have staff and they do everything themselves. So she retweeted this. When you lie so much, you forget the lies you've told. Remember how I usually said the tabloid? They will go on their file cabinet. They just throw their pre-written headlines and they just throw it out there. They don't care. I don't even think they really remember. They probably do, but they just don't care. Remember what they throw out. First, they claim to have no staff living with them, and now they have not one but many staff living with them. Okay, let's see it. That's from People Magazine. Okay, these kind of things, this is the thing here. Because the squad are keeping tab, are keeping receipts. But majority of people, when they see those headlines, they will read it because they don't pay attention to these people that much. But one headline here, one headline there, they will read it, forget about it, go about their business, and they read another headline. They don't put one and one together. But the squad who've been keeping receipts could connect this kind of thing and say, what you said this, whatever particular day, and now you're saying that. It doesn't make sense. This is why they don't like the squad, because the squad are correcting them or pointing out their lies. Okay? Okay, so this is from People Magazine. That has been a resounding affirmative, and Forest Lodge is talked of now as they hope for long-term home, and they plan to stay even when William accedes to the throne. The couple's staff, like the children's nanny, Maria Torian Bowalo, who has been with the family since George was a baby, and the housekeepers are expected to live on other smaller properties on the estate. The Wells family also has a country home, Amnor Hall, in Norfolk in the east of England, and a London-based Kensington Palace. Kate and her mother cook every night, apparently. Oh, did they say that someplace else? That's why I don't follow them, and I only focus, share the things that the squad pick up someplace else. There's no reason to follow these people. They lie too much, and they don't care. They just don't care. I'm not even gonna go into that to read more into it, because I have more important things about the Sussexes to share with you. Next tweet. Let's pause that. My pipe dream still remains. Princess Meghan having one appearance where we don't compare her to a woman who is not on her level. Give her just one day where she does something amazing and we just enjoy it without elevating the other woman with the comparison. The thing that I was seeing the other one was doing, I have a screenshot. I think that's what I'll keep it. That screenshot have 4 different pictures of it. They were somewhere in the UK. I don't know. In a farm or something, and I saw her cutting her hair. I didn't even bother sharing it, but it's the UK. It's the media, and there's the squad too. There are some squad. I cannot tell any squaddies what to do, because this is what makes us very unique and very special. Each one of us have a different specialties, I would say, in this aspect on the internet. There are some squad who just, the same way the Rangers love to call out Meghan for no apparent reason, but the squad, there are some squad who enjoy calling the leftovers BS for what it is. So I'm not gonna tell any squaddies how to manage that, and they don't care to. Who am I to tell squaddies what to do? But some squaddies call them out on their BS, and this is why they hate the squads. And this is the other special thing about the squad is we are global, different time zones. So each time they throw the bots, throw their BS out, there's somewhere around the globe, there's a squaddie who's awake to call them out on it. And then the squad will, that particular squad will point it out and tag, either put a hashtag, Sussex squad or whatever. But if you're following that particular squaddie, it will come under your timeline to see the nonsense that they're calling out. This is why they don't like the squad. The royal family were blindsided by Meghan's power, the army that she brought with her. So this squad is saying here, just give Meghan just that one day. Let's just focus on her. Majority of us, put the others on mute. Okay? But some squad is, it brings them something. I hate to say that. It brings them joy. The same way the others, it seems like they only enjoy to put us, the Sussex squad, in misery. But there are some other squaddies who match those other bats, those derangers level. Okay, it brings them joy to put down the derangers. So we can't tell squaddies what to do, but majority of the squad, even though they're fighting the fight with the Rangers, they're also elevating Meghan. Okay? So I've come to notice that. And this is why almost every day I have something to share with you. I don't follow the Rangers, but I come across, because of the squad, who point out certain things about what the leftovers are doing. I'm able to share with you. I do not follow any Kensington Palace, whatever the other royal family have. I don't follow them. But anyway, let's focus on that. My pipe dream still remains. Princess Meghan having one appearance where we don't compare her to a woman who is not on her level. Give her just one day where she does something amazing and we just enjoy it without elevating the other woman with the comparison. And let's not forget as well, the derangers, there are some who pretend to be Sussex squad so they could bring in the nonsense that the leftovers are doing. So it's up to us. You just have to use your judgment. That's all. Okay, blame the Brits. Putting her face next to the racist, abusive woman is disturbing. I think we should have online street parties when they reach billionaire status. That's coming for sure. They have reached it sooner if they then do philanthropy and also donate a lot of their money. Most wait till they are billionaires, then create a foundation. As I was reading this, I'm thinking of Mark Cuban. He saw the potential of Harry and Meghan.
Harry and Meghan are incredibly marketable. I'd call them the new young Obamas. They're going to make an ungodly amount of money, and you know what? They literally could become billionaires over the next 20 years. If either of them came on Shark Tank, I wouldn't even wait for them to pitch. I'd be like, I'm in, whatever you want, yes, because they are so marketable. It'll be so easy to develop products and projects for them, with them, and around them. It'd be yes. Can you hook it up?
Okay, this is why I'm bringing his name into this conversation. And also, in terms of politics, we have to give Mark Cuban his flowers. Okay, when it comes to politics, you have to understand there's people who truly pay attention why they vote for certain people. Okay, Mark Cuban is a millionaire. The first time Trump was running, he voted for him. You could understand why, because Trump is about business and Mark is about business. But the second time around, when he learned and studied and understand Trump type of personality and how he governed, he changed his mind. And not only that, he warned all of us, many of us who probably didn't see or perhaps didn't understand about business. And he warned us, and he went around the country, and not only around the country, but on TV, explaining what the tariff will do to all of us, to the country as a whole.
You argue that Donald Trump's are particularly, I think you used the word insane. What did you mean by that?
Yep. Well, first of all, strategic tariffs aren't bad. So if a company's trying to dump, or a country's trying to dump in the United States and we have a manufacturer there, tariff them, that's great. But across the board tariffs, 10 or 20%, is just inflationary. It's a tax on the American consumer. But to make matters even worse, and what's truly insane, when you threaten a legendary company like John Deere with a 200% tariff if they move, but only a 10 or 20% tariff on China, what you're doing is you're making it easy for the Chinese competitors to take business away from John Deere. That is the definition of insane.
So for that, I truly respect him. Okay? I had a basic understanding about tariff, but for him to go out of his way to educate the rest of the country of what Trump was going to do, and give the rest of the, Mark Cuban, giving the rest of the country the warning. So that way, when you go in the voting booth, you could make proper decision. So he did his job as a citizen. So that, we must not forget about it. All right, so that's that. So, I could understand why certain people vote for certain people. You have to see where it benefit you. The first time he saw he made a mistake. And you could understand why he voted for him, because Trump was about business and he is about business. So I will not hold that against him. But for the poor people, okay, who thought that Trump was going to benefit them, these are the people you have to say, I blame you for the situation that we are in, because there are more poor people than rich people. The rich will always vote for what will benefit them, their pocket. All right, but that's a different story. Let's get back to this. All right. Sometime when this thing popped up in my mind when I'm doing the podcast, I have to let it out. Okay, OMG. I commented on many posts about this yesterday, and I was ignored, LOL. It doesn't make sense. I've seen many argue the Rangers down how they can't ever mention their fibs without linking them to Meghan and Harry, to just turn around and every post they do for Meghan and Harry almost always compare, mention, etc. I mean, it's up to you. You either ignore or whatever. How many years have you most been making this play? Sam, for her and Harry to have their achievements celebrated with no mention of or comparison to anyone in that family. Why do you think they come out whenever Meghan and Harry are out? They want to be part of the conversation. But unless you are blind to not see the comparison, they're just humiliating themselves, the left behinders, because almost everything that they're doing, you see the fault right away. You see the stupidity right away. So I don't know what benefit they see on coming out the same time as Harry and Meghan are out. And when you see the level, there's more comment, let's leave that alone. But the level of work that Meghan, I did put this here. So there's a squaddy who is reading that. I didn't know it was there. I forgot. I forgot the chain of thought. But okay, this is perfect. The comparison, the level of work that both Harry and Meghan are doing in comparison to William and Kate. Okay? They're not elevating the left behinders. They're not elevating or giving business people in the UK initiative, ideas, or give them the boost that they need to be at a level of competitive. But what they are about, the left behinders, they want to make sure the status, the titles, people within their circle to remain where they are. They do not want people, there's a picture I'm going to put, okay, where the lower level have a group of people. These are the poor, how do you call this? The peasant, that's the word for them. The peasants, okay, at the lower level. They want to make sure to keep these people there. Okay, this is what the left behinders, William and Kate, are doing, in my point of view, keeping these people at at that level. Unlike Harry and Meghan, who want the peasants like myself, in the US, the middle class. For Harry and Meghan's term will be middle class because we are in the US. The middle class, okay, to elevate them, see if they could get away or move up the social ladder. Okay, Harry and Meghan are giving ideas or boosts, giving advice how you could get out of your social class. William and Kate, on the other hand, it seems like they're suppressing, keeping these people, the peasant, at that level. Do not get out of that level because they themselves, because they're also freaking lazy, they have no skills, they can even do speech. William can, even though William be standing and talk and do his speech, he's not that skillful though. But they give him a pass, let's just leave it as that. But their job is to keep people in their social class so they themselves could remain. And it seems like the first tweet that I shared in this video, it seems like he doesn't appreciate it. He doesn't understand what he has. All right. So look at this here in comparison to Harry and Meghan. We don't see everything in the background, but at least Harry and Meghan are letting us know it's hard work, especially Meghan. She's telling us it's hard work. There's a lot of things that goes behind the scene.
Distinguished honor to introduce someone that I think you'll all be very excited to hear from. He has also spent many late nights and early mornings planning for these games to make them as perfect as possible for each of you.
And I had this incredible fortune of having every SKU sell out within under an hour, which is amazing. And also you don't learn a lot.
A lot about inventory management, supply chains, and all the
Oh my gosh. So then I was doing Confessions of a Female Founder as I was building this. I'd always loved the podcast, how I built this. And I thought, could we do something that feels a little bit like the tenor of how I'm building this? And really be candid, both talking to female founders who had scaled and sold, and equally to other founders that were on their first run, in many ways like I was. So I was learning from a lot of the women that I invest in and also that I'm friends with. But, I think my learns were to continue to give yourself the grace to have to pivot. And you do, because that first sellout, we said, great, let's 10x the inventory for the next seasonal drop. We'll get all the metrics that we need. And then it sold out within 4 hours.
But you don't need to see that. But they want to make sure They do all the hard work in the background, and then we get to see the glamorous thing. Okay? She's working so hard to give us the glamorous thing. And at the same time, when she goes to speaking engagement, she's letting us know not in full detail, but at least it's hard work. Okay, it's not easy to get to that level. She let you know we study, we do things. The first time we learn, we see how things evolve. But because things were selling so quickly, we didn't get a chance to study it, to see the analysis, how we could improve. So, they still learn from it. Don't get me wrong, they still learn from it. So they quadruple their inventory so it could give them a longer span to study how their inventory are being sold out. Whatever they do in the background. But they're letting us know it's not easy. But they could be part of the discussion. But you could see, this is the thing, you need to use your senses, your sight, your smell, your touch, everything, your ear to listen. You could see there's no comparison. Even if they come part of the discussion when Harry and Meghan are doing good things, what the hell is this? If this is a business, why don't you show them how they could improve on it and the management thing? I don't freaking know anymore. Let me go over this. I'm sorry, but this caption in the video is so funny. I could not help it. Okay, so this is Not My King who retweeted that. After adverse comment, Katie takes personal charge of the new wig. Kate Middleton. I'm sorry, let me show you this video. It's 16 seconds. What the hell is this? I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't even know what to say. I think Men in Grey Suit are literally throwing them under the bus. I don't know who set this up for them to go. Oh my God. Oh, this is hysterical. You are a source of great laughter and admiration today. Blush. Any argument you have against the royal family is diminished when you start getting personal. Not a good look. The trading names you use for their family business is royal family. That is what they are selling. That is the product and the brand. That is what we are forced to pay for. It is the product and the brand we have. I can't help it. Okay, let me read what's on the screen. Forget my laughter. The thing is on the screen. You could pause and read it and forget me reading it. All right, let me compose myself. The trading name you use for their family business is Royal Family. That's in quote, by the way. That is what they are selling. That is the product and the brand. That is what we are forced to pay for. It is the product and the brand. The brand, not brand, okay? My accent. It is the product and the brand we have the right to challenge. Absolutely, you do. My point is that by going low, you make them look better. No. I accept your point, but we will attack the product they are encouraging us to buy. That's the royal family. That's the product. You are not attacking any product. You are marking a woman who's going to keep... Oh, please. This is their excuse. Who's going to... Okay, that came to mind. Okay, let me finish with this. You are not attacking any product. You are marking a woman who's gone through chemo because of an alleged wig you think she was wearing once. Okay, did they actually admitted that she was wearing a wig? But anyway, that's not the point. The thought that I was thinking of earlier is that Brit who came out and said anyone who had gone through some sort of a medical emergency like a cancer like that they claim Kate went through, she will not be thinking about Harry and Meghan or do this silly stuff. We know they're coming out because Harry and Meghan have gone out to do their business kind of thing. Okay? She will always be a woman who has gone through preventative chemo, but while she is marketing herself as part of a royal family business, we will challenge that. Well, that's a very good argument. The conversation stop here, and that's where I'm gonna stop, okay? I think you will agree that her photo stunt begs a reference to a wig even even the bald first husband had jumped in. We have never said she was wearing a wig. Why would you care? Why would we care? Men are marked for wearing a wig, not women. But she is part of the royal family. She doesn't need to sell that. Okay, what does she do if we stop buying it? Anyway, let's go back. Oh my god, the conversation is good. This is an ad. So wrong, but so right and so funny. I'm telling you, the comment oh my god, I'm not gonna go through that. That's her whole life trying to make any impact at all. There's the laugh here. Yeah, right. She tired, bless her. But Kate was forced to joke this was not to make a pancake. Alright, so that's the pancake thing. Let me go through it really quickly, okay? So I don't have to take a screenshot. She was trying. The PR team really do not like this too. That's what I was saying. I think they literally forced them to do that. I truly believe Men in Grey Suit, this is where they want the people to be upset and, to go for abolish the monarchy. So they could, whoever's in the government, to go and take their place. Taking their place in terms of where they don't have the royal family to somewhat, what's the term they use in the US? Veto. That's it. I don't know if they have that term in the UK to veto their power, the government power. That's all I'm saying. Okay, but they meaning the politician, whoever will be running for whatever office, to have full control, where they have a president or something. I don't know. Okay, let's leave that alone. I waste too much time on this. So there's this here. All right. It is so evident why Baldy and Kitty started a smear campaign. All right. So there's Harry and Meghan here, and compared to them. All right. Gorgeous style and glowing versus dry, boring, and dusty. There's that. They are saying she's channeling the late queen, but she was over 80. Oh my god, the squad or something. They are saying she's channeling the late queen, but she was over 80 years old. While the Sussexes are changing lives, this is what I was saying, are changing lives and impacting the world. Willie Leaks and KKK are playing dress up, PR stunt, making believe king and queen. I see the Tumio extension are having another airing. Does she not realize these extensions are awful? Frame 2 makes me itchy. Yeah, the clothes look like those old clothes, very itchy. Whatever's on the screen, let me pause here. I wish all four of these people nothing but the absolute best, but I find it hilarious when people mark William for being bald. Harry is very, very bald. Is that a personal failing on either of their parts? No. Does it make either one less handsome? No. Let's go to the next tweet. Okay, I think this... Okay, let me stop now. So this is the tweet that the squad was making reference to. So I decided to add it to the video. Comparing a 42-year-old woman's style to a woman who was twice her age. Damn. So this is from Tatler magazine. Channeling Queen Elizabeth II, the Princess of Wales has offered a modern twist on the late monarch's tried and tested country casual style. Casual formula. Okay, what is the modern twist? No comparison. Even in her old age, the Queen nailed every color. Look at the colors and how fresh the colors are, pointing down here. On the other hand, the combination of colors alone chosen by Kate makes the outfit look drab. Black turtleneck with gray cardigan and brown skirt, dark khaki jacket. So this is the Queen here. How time passes. Okay, they desperately seeking Queen Elizabeth II and Kate in the same sentence. Queen Elizabeth II knew how to dress, and the bright colors and style suited her. Bullseye, LOL. They will have abused Meghan, calling her narcissistic if she had done this. Remember when she wore a sweat from her own university, they lose their mind, calling her evil because Diana wore the same years ago. So they call Kate from P. And yet the Queen style was more interesting. Okay, that's an ad. Let's leave it alone. So at least I got this out of the way to share with you. Alright, so let's get back to the original recording. I can't believe these people. Because the next one that I'm gonna be sharing will be about Harry and Meghan. Mostly Meghan. Right, let's see. Yeah, so we're gonna start this and that'll be on PYTE. Okay, so I don't wanna taint this video with the pleasant type of tweet, and it's 5:25, so I need to record as much as possible before I wake up my kids. All right, so that's it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. And don't forget to subscribe on PYTE because I have some really good tweets to share with you. PYTE. Thank you for watching.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life. You are all in this together, and if I may speak personally, we are all in this together, because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better.